Okay, check this out. This is a little insane, I have to say, because the way this is done is just like really badass. Like, I'll put it in perspective. Here's the box here. This box is even small for a console. Like, that's the size of my Xbox. That's the size of my old cell phone. And this is size. This is a console box you're walking out with. Like, look at my hand. You can almost grab the whole thing here. So it's one of the sweetest boxes you're walking out with, and the most easiest setup I could possibly see. It's gonna be like, there's the top, looking badass Nintendo. That's basically it, right there. You don't even, in my opinion, you don't even need this. These do good individually in your hand, or obviously attached to the main console, which is like a tablet. So the funky thing was, check this out. So all you do is open it, and as soon as you lift this off from here, that's like the instruction manual for the whole thing. That's all you gotta do. Plug this in, set it up, and it works. That's the end of the story. You don't even need the TV. The TV is bonus, right? So obviously I'm playing it, and it's taken me forever to do this kind of a video just because I'm playing it and I want to go back to playing it as soon as possible. Everything's right there. You could literally take this out. It's got like 50% when you get it, and then it's done. So I mean, it's like you're good to go, and it charges relatively fast enough for a console or tablet that you want to play hardcore gaming on. And here's the game. One of the games. This game is sick. I don't even care if you're a fan or not. The thing is, again with the size, I'll show you in relation to everything here. Hold on. Like, that's my old cell phone. That's 5.5 inches. And this freaking game right here. And then there's the like that. That's ridiculous. And then to get even more cool, we got stuff like this, where no instruction booklet is happening. Cool in size. And then the game cartridge. Cartridges are back, baby. Look at this guy. Wow. And for those of you wondering or heard of it, I have licked this when you'd asked me to. It tastes like you just short electrocuted your tongue. So no kid is going to put this in their mouth for long, and it'll be fine. The system is 32 gigs. You think that's bad? Just get an SD card, and it'll accept any SD card, like 128 gig, and you can transfer game downloads for digital, or you can get the screenshots that you can take with this. Like, there's my phone, there's a controller, and you're looking at the game cartridge. And it's a massive open world game. There it is. That's what's going into your TV. Again, look at this, and look at this. That's your console. But that's not the whole console, because this stands up. And then you just sit it in here, and it's done, which I'll show you after. But check this out. You want to connect it to your TV right out the box? Cool. Nice Nintendo on the back. Look at this. The plugs come through the side, so you don't have to worry. They give you the cables. All you have to do, you plug in AC adapter, which is USB-C. Can't see it right there. And then the USB could be for like plugging external or charging or something like that. And then HDMI, right? And then that's the only two cables you're gonna have. And you're gonna plug that in. And you're gonna make sure that this is standing like this somewhere, because you're a badass, right? And then that's it. So here's what you've been waiting for. This is it. This is the madness right here, in complete perspective, in size and everything like that. This is craziness. Like, check this out. I'll boot it up. I don't have Zelda in there. I don't have any game in there, but I'll boot it up now. Press power. There you go. That's it. The system's booted up. There's your percentage. There's everything there. And try to do this one-handed without killing myself or the system. but you just grab this bad boy, right? And you just drop it in, just like that. That's it. There's no wiggling. Like, I'm moving this, right? And that's in relation. That's the console. And then boom, there's a button on the back. I'll show you after that these come off. You just grab it like this, and then I got a Joy-Con right here. That's what they call it, a Joy-Con. And then let's see. Right, so you're watching TV, whatever. Believe it or not, this is not uncomfortable at all. Just you grab it like this. Here's my buttons: pause, screen, analog, camera. Like, I'm moving my hand on, but it's really not a big deal. Same thing with this side. Now the directional pad is gone, so it looks similar to that one, but I don't miss it on this thing. And these things have 20-hour battery life. The console itself, when it's not plugged in, has 3 to 6 hours. I'm playing like a little rinky-dink game. It's like 6 hours, but Zelda might last you 3, but I'm good with an hour to 2 hours, and then I'll just put it down, and it'll charge up enough for me to go back in and get something to eat, take a break. But look at these, like, this is crazy. So to use this, I'm not saying this is comfortable. For me, I just adjust my fingers, I could care less, but like, there's the L and R buttons right there. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, so there's the L and R button. Right, little L and R connectivity. This is the home button, nice and easy. So you could play it like this in one hand, you know what I mean? If you're gonna play like something like Mario Kart. I was worried about this, because this button, like the L and R buttons, you'll get confused when you're playing, because you might feel like this is where your finger rests. But you just gotta, and it's sensitive to press, but you know what? Who cares? Like, the game's there, you need to press it once and then you can rest your fingers back down. So they thought this out very well. It's not nothing they rushed. They put way more research and development than anybody would. This is an NFC, but it's also the camera. Whatever picture you want to take while you're watching some badass clip in the game, you just snap away. See this? That's it there. The battery will last like forever. Knight Rider thing going on there, you know what I'm saying? So it'll let you know. They're pressable as well here. That's actually a button minus. And there's the L. L and R. The second, I mean the L and L2, let's say. So yeah, so in relation to size, and then you can just hold it, relax, play. Like, I was playing the other day, eating something, I was like this, with the other hand. Or I was like, oh, cool, man, what's going on here? You know, you think you need this. And at times you might, maybe Call of Duty or something like that, but you don't. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? I'll show you what the controller looks like in the actual holster. I don't have the Pro controller though. That looks more like that. So here it is. Like, people complain. I know why they complain, but this is just a piece of plastic. It tells you, I guess, how much battery is left with those lights, the same lights like those Knight Rider lights that are going off on these. When you attach the two of them, it feels quite comfortable and quite realistic. It doesn't feel like you're pretending to be that. You know what I mean? It just feels good. I can click them in if I don't hurt myself here with this phone. All right, there we go. See that? It'll tell you it's connected. It'll also tell you what kind of battery you got going on there. See, check that out. This is sick. Let's put it beside this. See? So it's kind of small, kind of the same. Freak, look at my cell phone. Like, that's craziness. But I instinctively went to this mode of play, right? Let me just pick that up, check. Right? I went instinctively to do this. And you know what? I don't want to be restricted. As soon as I take these out, I can just go like this, or go like this. You know what I mean? And then play. It doesn't feel weird at all. But I'm going to get to something that's really badass. The actual console. And you forget that it's the console. You remember when you're playing, with or without the TV. But when you start playing the system, you're like, wow, it's this little thing. So let me show you that. Save the best for last. Here it comes. Just now. This is not a bad little video I'm doing here. Should probably upload this. Now, these people are smart. I left this in the box. I wasn't going to use it. I thought, I said to myself, even with my daughter, like, it's not going to fly out of her head. I know she's 4. Like, whether my son who's 2, okay, maybe him I would worry about. And, you know, she's 5. But this won't fly out of her hand. Like, she has enough sense to hold it. I mean, it could be slippery, yes, but I was gonna leave it here because I was like, big deal, this. Like, I don't need another Wii connectivity. But check it out. I said to myself, oh, you know, minus. That must mean it belongs to here. Nope, because it doesn't matter what you have. That's the plus for this side. You get 2. I'm just showing you the 1. But here, it makes the L and it keeps the button, the lights there, so you can see what your battery is and stuff, like who has what controller, whatever. But then it protrudes what might be hard for you to press on these, right? And then it locks it in. So they thought of everything. They put the lock on there. Genius, genius, genius. Let me get a little focus there, right? So they put the lock on there, and I was just like, wow. Like, these guys literally thought of everything. And it doesn't take... Everything has that classic... what is classic now? The switch noise. Let me put this in really quick so you can hear it there. And it goes in flawlessly. Just flawless. So then there you go. That's it. You get the controller. You can press the buttons really quick. You know, you lock it in, nobody can take it off. This is how you make it look cool. You press this little button here, and on the other one, you press that little button there. When you have both hands free, and then take it out, and you look like a badass. Like, you know what I mean? So it fits on everything, and it's smooth. But I'll show you the tablet now, which is, I shouldn't call it a tablet, it's a console. All right, let me get the nice click going from the trademark. Here we go. And then you take it out. I put on a screen protector only because I wasn't going to. I might as well. And the only reason I did it mostly was because I was gonna say, and this touchscreen. I mean, I touched it there, but you have to wake it up this way, or else the screen will turn on every day and waste your battery. But after you press to get in, and then it's still locked, so you gotta press it like 3 times, and you can turn it off. So it's not even like they, gave you no way out. But like, if I'm like, forget this, I can just interchange between the two, right? And then decide where I want to go. The user interface is really good. I changed it to black. They must have known I was buying one because I don't want to see that white burn up my screen all friggin' day. So that was cool. And then here's the cool thing I noticed. Extra cool. So it's charging USB-C, right? So that's amazing news because USB-C is great. But right here, where is it? That's a speaker. And fuck, that's a speaker too. So it sounds amazing. It's got a tiny, let me just put that to bed there. The volume buttons are like up here. Just 1 second, let me see here. Yeah, so the volume buttons are there. Not bad. Power button's there. It's recessed, so you can't hit it by accident too, unless you have big hands and you're taking out this thing. It's not a big deal. That's where the cartridge goes. Now, and there's the earphone jack. It's got a little fan. Well, I guess a heat sink. You won't feel nothing from it, like rumbling. It won't get hot. It's just really well done. And even if you were to get the screen scratch, it's got this border here, just in case. So like, you're not really touching the screen if it's something external that's doing it. This flips open. I kind of wish it didn't, but it's not a big deal. Let me just show you really quick. Can't do the video. There we go. So yeah, so there, opens, bends back. You know what I mean? It'll just recess there. It'll probably break away or come off later on. And then the cool part is back here has a nice Nintendo Switch stereo sound. Gotta love that. That's gonna be badass. And then there's the two quick release buttons right here. And you're set to go. Oh, can't forget about this. It tells you multiple times how to hook it up, but here's the kickstand. And if you don't like it, who cares? Just buy the friggin', and look at this, SD card to put as much as you want in there. But, yo, if you don't like this kickstand, it doesn't matter because if you buy the carrying case for 20 bucks, you get a screen protector and you can put this inside. There it is. That's how it is in relation to everything. See what I'm saying there? Right? In relation, yeah, it gets it with a full back, like triangle. Maybe I'll show it in a second. And you can store the games and you zip it up and it goes. And it holds everything in there and that's it. So that solves that problem. It's only 20 bucks. Screen protector, protective case, holds all your little bit of accessories, like everything I showed you, and then it works, and then that's it. It's good to go. So I went back, I injected the cartridge in here, and then you just put it in like a SD card. I don't wonder if I can touch this. Yep, I can. And then that's users. Hee. Let's see there. Yeah. That's me right now. I never tried touching the screen like this, so this is it. So you start it up. Alright, check that out. You got your little Switch logo. It's starting up for the first time. It's a cartridge, there's no load. I'm going to continue from where I left off. There we go. We continue. That's the last place I've been to. Start it back. And while it initially loads, it's showing you here, spelling out Zelda. You can go to the next tip of how to play the game or what you want to learn. So that's it. It's pretty cool. So the initial load, you just go through like, okay, check this out, check this out. You know what? I want to go back to the home screen. What time is it? Okay, cool. And then go back to playing. It's still going until you start an. All right. So there we go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta run away because I'm in big trouble here. And I'm only using one hand. Goodness gracious. This guy's gonna blow me out the water. Get out of his range. Let me just... Ow. Turn around here. I got this big ass sword I just got. There I am. Just for the sake of the video, I'm trying to do this. I can't even turn around yet. What the? This guy's still alive. Get out of here. Ah. We might be dead. What? Ooh. I just found that out. Sweet. And then that's it, man. This is good system, good console. They thought of everything. It's really slick and nice. Oh, there's some news in here. And it can go back to the game just like that. So yeah, so that's it. That's how it goes. Oh, you can press down, actually you can do one-handed. And press and hold the home button. Change the brightness, put sleep mode. Airplane mode is good because if you want to milk the battery, then you want to turn off the wireless signals to the Joy-Cons, keep them attached to the tablet, turn down the screen brightness, and turn off Wi-Fi. And then this battery, you could milk extra precious minutes out of there. I mean, that's what I like. That's what I love about it. And then 99% of the time it'll be in sleep mode. Very rarely you're going to turn off the entire thing. So that's it. And then it's done.